Hello students, this is the third topic of your chapter which says that friction a necessary evil. It is necessary as well and it is an evil as well. Now how does that happen? That how is something evil necessary to us? Let us see. We have some examples, some typical examples in front of you. Holding a glass with oil on its surface. You have a glass. I am holding the glass, right? But if I apply oil on the surface of the glass, it will be very difficult for me to hold the glass and the glass will slide down and fall. So what does this tell you? That the oil that I applied reduced friction, right? So friction is necessary for us to do different works. To hold something, there is a necessity of friction. If there is no friction, we won't be able to hold anything. Then walking on wet marble floor or wet mud. How is this very difficult? Basically, there is a wet marble floor, right? So it is difficult for us to walk on a wet marble floor because it is extremely smooth. The friction has been reduced due to the presence of water on the marble. Marble itself is very smooth and then there is water on top of it, which makes it even more slippery and we fall down. This happens because the friction is reduced, right? Then walking is the best application of friction. When you walk, you are applying some force on the ground and hence you walk forward. Now if there is no friction, there is no force applied opposite to it, you will keep on moving, you will never be able to stop, right? Because the ground is not, the contact forces are not working. So in the absence of friction, walking is also not possible, right? Writing with a chalk or a pen. When you write with a chalk or a pen, it will not be possible if there is no friction. So these are some applications of friction, students. Let us see how. If an object started moving, it would never stop if there is the absence of friction, if there is no friction. If suppose this ball started moving, if this friction is absent, then the ball will keep on moving and it will never stop, right? Without friction between the tires of automobiles and the road, we are talking about cars now, they could not be started because there is no friction. They would not get started at all or stopped or turned to change the direction of the motion. For all these purposes, to start a car from static position to motion, then to stop a car from motion to static position, and then to change the direction. When we change the direction, the tires do interlocking with the surface of the road, due to which the speed is reduced and the car is turned around, right? Car is turned around with the help of friction only. If there is no friction, the car will never stop, car will never decrease its speed and we will not be able to change the direction of the car as well, right? You could not fix a nail on the wall or tie a knot. The knot remains tied due to the force of friction, and without friction no building could be constructed. So these are some of the very important applications of friction, due to which we understand that friction is very, very necessary to us. Without friction, the basic needs of our basic needs will not be fulfilled. We would not be able to walk, we would not be able to drive a car, we could not play, because the objects once started moving can never be stopped without friction, right? So friction is very, very important, students. Now how is it an evil? Why does it become an evil if it is so much important to us? First of all, it wears out the materials, right? How does this happen? You can take certain examples. The ball bearings or soles of a shoe. You have shoes that you wear daily and you go outside with those shoes only. You can check the soles of those shoes. They will be worn out. So what does this tell you? And in industries there are different different equipments, which there are screws are present in these equipments. These screws are worn out after some time. This happens because of friction only, right? So it is evil because it wears out materials. Then worn out steps of foot over bridges at railway stations. You must have gone to railway stations, and if you notice the stairs present at the railway station, you will see that due to excessive use of people climbing on the stairs and coming down, the stairs have worn out. This is because of the presence of friction. The opposite force that is applied on the people is the reason due to which the stairs are worn out, right? Then friction can also produce heat. Now there is an example in front of you. This example basically, this is a girl and she is trying to rub her palm. You can try it at your own as well. Basically, when you rub your palm, heat is produced, right? So due to friction, heat is also generated, which is not always good for us, right? Vigorously rub your hands together for a few minutes. So this tells us that rubbing of objects causes production of heat, right? So you must have seen that sometimes the tires of cars turn hot, and there are other substances, such as there is a jar mixer. You are mixing your fruit, you're making a shake and you're using a mixer. So when it moves, it sometimes turns hot because of the presence of friction only, right? Because the substances lock into each other, and hence there is the production of heat when they are dispatched or they start moving, right? So another example is striking a matchstick on the rough surface, it catches fire. This is a typical example that when the girl rubbed this matchstick on the surface of the box, the matchstick catches fire. So there is some production of energy, some production of heat energy, which leads to this fire, right? So this is another disadvantage, that there is a release of heat during the production of friction. So students, this was all about why friction is necessary and why is it evil for us as well. Thank you for your attention, students.
Now, subscribe to Bright Tutee course at ₹1 per day only. Download Bright Tutee app from Play Store and get the online courses prepared by competent and experienced teachers for different education boards of classes 6 to 10. Bright Tutee courses are available for the subjects of Math, Science, Social Science, English and Hindi in English and Hindi medium. Bright Tutee follows 3-step approach, that is learning, assessment and exam preparation. In learning, topic-wise video lectures with explanation of concepts and discussion of textbook examples and questions are available with the solutions. In assessment, topic-wise online MCQ test, practice assignments and chapter-wise question bank are available with the solutions. In exam preparation, previous year's question papers, sample papers and model test papers are available with the solutions. Sign up today on Bright Tutee and avail your courses at affordable prices.